Okay, we should be good now. Got the chats popped out. What's up, Drench? All right, cool. All right, we have to play offline though, unfortunately, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. We're just practicing, right? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it should be everything. Cool. Good. Good morning, everybody. My audio's working fine, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Is there a build guide somewhere for this? For the build? Exclamation mark YouTube. It's the build that I made a few days ago. I should make a command for it though. We'll be working on all that tonight. Do you know if there's a document for speedrun leveling? I would look up Tarek on YouTube. Tarek, last Epoch. He's the man that you want for that. What's up, Slugger Steve? How are you doing today, sir? Yeah, I would look up Tarek. He's the dude to talk to, Drench. He's the man who spends all day doing speedrunning and all that. Not me. Someone in my Discord actually, Slugger Steve, is thinking about playing like Zoo Beastmaster. If you do exclamation mark Discord, his name's Swoderman. He's actually planning on playing it. I think if you look in the build submissions tab, he has a planner for it. And the builds, if you look in the build submissions tab, I'm pretty sure he'll have a planner for it. Yeah, I'd have to ask him to put it there. Is there an AFK minion build? Not yet, no. Nothing like that yet. Most builds in Last Epoch kind of prefer you to be a little bit more active. I think the closest to AFK you'll get is on YouTube. His name's Zeker. Zeker's Bay. He made a poison skeleton rogue build. I'd heavily suggest looking into that. That's like the closest to AFK you'll get. You do have to do some setup, but it should be fine. The skeleton rogue he was playing looked pretty okay from what I saw. too Warcry heavy. Unfortunately, no matter what you do, sir, in Last Epoch, you're gonna be forced to do something. Mainly, you're gonna be forced to like cast things to do more damage. So while you're in monos, you might not need to do anything, but like on bosses, you probably should be pressing buttons, at least some sort of button. Last Epoch does not like Last Epoch's the kind of game right now where like you are kind of incentivized to press buttons. But what you can do is you can overinvest. My advice to you is if you don't want to press buttons, I would suggest staying around the 500 to 700 corruption mark and just relaxing there and not pushing much farther than that. Because if you do that and you don't start pushing, then like you can very much so get way better at being like AFK friendly if that's what you want to do, right? That's like a piece of advice that I would give to most people. It's like if you want an easier game, just stay at 700 corruption, right? Then you all you had to do is maybe press some buttons when you're on bosses and stuff like that. Yeah, if you just like you can stay at 600 700 corruption. The only problem is your favor farm isn't going to be as fast, but it'll be very relaxing and you can like just like watch TV on the side or whatever. What's up, Praka? How's it going, man? What's up, brother from another mother? How are we doing today, sir? Are you excited for tomorrow? I'm very excited for tomorrow. I have a lot of work to do if we're going to be playing Aura of Decay. My current plan right now, Praka, is to play the Bleed Carrion build until I have the gear to overinvest until I can Aura of Decay set up. We're going to try to make that Aura of Decay setup work. I have become inspired. Ignite Heartseeker? Hell yeah. Ignite Heartseeker sounds very fun. The builds in that video are builds that I would have played if I had infinite time. What time does season start? About 6 hours, 6:30 hours from now. If you go to the official website, it'll show you actually it'll show you a countdown. If you go to the official Discord, it'll show you a countdown. Yeah, that one too, what Praka just listed. Which Primordial looks the strongest? I think the most underrated primal item currently, personally, is going to be the chest. The Architect of Blood, the one that gives the better low life. It just seems like it's literally just all you do, all you do is you stack HP and then you benefit. That's all you do. I think Architect of Blood is probably one of the strongest items introduced in Last Epoch history. And the problem is everyone wants damage, so they completely ignore it. But I think Architect of Astral Blood is fucking absurd. What builds would go well with it? Any build that already does all the damage it ever needs to do. So it works really well on most rogue setups. Rogue, it works really well on. It works very well on minion builds, like primalist minion builds, and specifically primalist because it gets the less damage taken while it low life, so it works very well with primalist. Like any primalist setup that already does enough damage without its chest, pretty much any build that does enough damage without its chest is like a good start and doesn't want to invest into other things other than HP. It's very strong with chaos bolts because of the missing health damage stuff. It's very strong with that as well. There's like a lot of different reasons to it. Okay, we're gonna start snagging ailment stuff already because we're gonna want it later. What's up, Alanthal? How are you doing today, sir? Going Harvest? I mean, Harvest looks okay. Did you see my planner for it, Praka? It actually looks pretty good from what I saw. If you go to the 6 builds I theory crafted, in the description of that video, there's a planner for Harvest deck stacking. It actually looks okay. So I don't know if it'll be good or not, but it looks okay from what I saw. Dread, I was trying to do some cooking, but I don't have any experience with minions. How much flat would be required to start feeling good damage wise? I think just having a T7 should be fine for that. Yeah, I agree, sir. I agree, reality. Yeah, I would heavily suggest go checking that out. It looks very good from what I saw. If Harvest actually pulls its end of the bargain and actually does damage, it should be great. Okay. You pumped for tomorrow? Yes, I am, sir. Lots of fun stuff to do tomorrow. Did you figure out what you're playing, Antez? Yeah, you can use it for 3.0, sir. Yeah, 1.3. Yeah, sure. Nothing has changed in that guide at all. You can use it for this patch. Nothing relevant has changed. You're completely fine to use that for this patch. You play Pee-wee 2? Uh, yeah, I do actually play Pee-wee 2. I actually like Pee-wee 2. I just haven't been able to play it of late because every single time they have a patch, it's like when I'm working on last Epoch related stuff. So And this will be no different. There is some Wandering Spirit shenanigans you can probably end up doing next patch. I'll be looking into it eventually. I like Wandering Spirit, so it could be fine. It's just hard to talk about that yet until we see it in game, right? What am I getting dinged for? All right. Okay. Frog build is the newest hype. It looks okay. I just hope it actually works in game. Minions without a skill tree definitely isn't like the best thing ever since sliced bread, but it probably should be fine. They don't count as companions, which is like a big thing to remember. Yeah. The biggest problem is they don't count as companions, so I hope that people are like specking them properly and not thinking that they're companions or whatever, because like that's a huge problem. What's up, PDA? How are you doing today? What do you think about Warpath Void Knight for League Start? Well, Warpath is still going to be in S tier, so if you go look at the tier list for Max Roll, it's still put in S tier, so even with all of the changes, as long as you get a Primordial T8, Primordial Exalted T8 channel cost helmet, you're gonna be like you're gonna be eating very good next patch, let's put it like that. How strong do you think the T-Rex from the new Dino Relic will be? I think it'll be okay. I think it's severely overrated currently, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be good. I just think that people are thinking it's going to be better than what it's going to be. I'll be honest, PDA, we only live once. Just play the new fun shit, dude. The boring old stuff is always going to be there. You can play the new fun stuff this patch. Oh boy. Like, I don't think that's a big of a deal. Like, I might actually legitimately be playing AOD next patch. So, like, if I can play AOD, you can play something new and fun. Playing AOD. Didn't you see the planner I sent, Antez? I sent you a planner yesterday. I literally sent you a planner. Maxwell Warpath build guide. Okay, yep, it's fine. Yeah, it's made by people I trust. Yeah. I mean, I think the frogs will be good. I just don't know how good, right? Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 20-month sub, Das Nymph. Almost 2 years, dude. How big is the gap between Glacier Spellblade leveling and LB into Spark charges? Uh, I don't think there's that much of a gap. I think you should be fine either way, to be honest with you. Leveling in last epoch is such a small amount of time that, like, you know, like they have really crazy scaling. Yeah, like they have crazy scaling from what I saw. Yeah, like I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I'm just saying that like you just got to be wary about this kind of stuff. I think they'll probably end up being pretty good though. But when it comes to anything new, I'm always just very cautious about it. Dude, come on. Thank you. Do they actually have no way of scaling HP? If they have no way of scaling base HP, they might actually be dead in the water. Wait a moment. If they actually don't have a way of scaling base HP, I could see that being a terrible idea. Yeah, that might actually be a terrible idea. If they legitimately have no way of scaling base AoE, they might actually be awful. Yeah, anytime, Mantez, anytime. If they don't have a way of scaling base HP, they'll probably per level. That's it. Yeah, those are awful. Then what the hell? Yeah, that's awful. Then what the hell? Yeah, that's awful. What the hell? If you can't stack their HP base HP with attributes, that's awful. Then, bro, what the hell? Yeah, that's awful. Then, ugh. If you can't scale their base HP with attributes, they might be dead in the water. They do resummon automatically. Yeah, but so you could probably try to go for like a dodge setup, but that doesn't save them versus dot or whatever. But they'll have like, you know, they'll have nice leech. But yeah. So they might troll. They have a jump that works as Lingari. Oh, they have like a frog leap. That's kind of funny. That's kind of entertaining, actually. That's kind of funny. Servers will go down. Yeah, I'm playing offline right now because I know the servers will go down. Oh, I'm sure they'll be clunky. Oh yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't like thinking about them as much. The biggest thing I was curious about is if you go solo companion, can you still have them? I don't know if we ever got confirmation on that. Did we get confirmation on that? Because that was the thing I was interested about. Imagine you can have like having them on as extra while you're also just playing a solo companion build if you're not using inheritance for some reason, right? It was interesting to me, but that was the only thing I could think of. Best way to farm Nulls if they're good way early, just use Runes of Ascendance. That's really all you can really do is use Runes of Ascendance, man. Always consider Crit Avoid, reduce crit damage. You either get that or you get Blind. That's just something that you just get as extra stuff, like eventually. If you're playing hardcore, you care way more about it, about reduced crit. Really? Not. Like, you're gonna be playing arena at a high level, you generally want to be running something that just like off screens. Generally. Does crit damage reduction stack over 100%? No, it does not. Funny leaks are this. How do you level it since I didn't play in a while? So if you look on YouTube, I have a video where I leveled from level 1 to like level, I think like 60 or whatever on YouTube as well. I add like an acolyte leveling thing if you want to see how I'm exactly going to level this. So I level all my acolytes because I find it very comfy. Helped a lot? Yeah, anytime. Crooked Ace, anytime. Easy Shrine. Easy Shrine. I will have to make a loot filter for tomorrow. We'll have to make a loot filter for tomorrow. Well, I usually like making my own filters, but yeah. It's so nice leveling and not having to worry about constantly stopping to make snapshots for the character and all that. Oh, it's very nice. Because I'm not like making leveling content right now. Oh, it's so comfy. Holy jump scare. What do you mean holy jump scare? God damn it. It does this shit. I forgot about offline doing that shit. Yeah, thanks, Tupac. Anytime, man. Thanks. It's been nice. I've been using the planner now for about a week now, and it's been nice using it. I like the feature of being able to save the planners in its own little folder. That's helped a lot with bookkeeping and such. It's been nice. I've been able to give a lot of feedback due to me only using the LE planner for a few years, so it's been nice. It's been fun. God damn it. Ugh. It's so weird. Can I not teleport over that? Whatever. Wait, what? What was that? What? Okay, it that feels so wonky and offline. That's not even funny. The heck? Transplant feels so wonky because I'm trying to do stuff I would normally do in online and like I can't. Okay, so I can do that. All right, whatever. I was trying to do jumps I would normally do in online, right? Okay, so I could do that. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Weird. Skipped last season for lack of time, sadly. Now I want to play something melee and big bonks. Racing Strike's still gonna be strong. Yep, Racing Strike's still fine. Uh, Warpath is still fine. There's Summon Bear, which will be bonking, just but with a bear. I'm pretty sure Earthquake BM is still good. Like, there's plenty of bonk builds to play, I believe. Ooh, oh my goodness! Ouch! Yowzers! So much fun, totally. Smite? Uh, what smite? Which smite? There's fire crit smite's like okay. It'll be okay next patch. Uh, I know that much. Misha had a arc prototype of that going. The hopefully I'm hoping to take the fissure smite and push it to Uber next patch. I'm planning on to with the power creep of the primordials. It should be pretty easy in theory. Ooh, ooh, deadly. Oh, no wonder. Yowzers. No wonder I died there. Holy yowzers. No wonder I died there. Because we are getting an absurd amount of power creep next patch. It really made me happy though when I opened up the tier list though. I don't know if you're still watching Lizard. It made me happy opening up the tier list and seeing so many builds in A tier. That that made me happy seeing that. Yeah, they saw that at Jurassic Park. It was I would call that inspired, more like not stolen but inspired. It's a better way of putting it. Voodoo. I can't run my MTXs though, guys. Grumble, grumble. It's okay. Next batch, I'll be able to. Hope that Aura of Decay works. I hope the Aura of Decay build works too. It's gonna be a meme build for sure, but I do want to try it out. We might live in a world where Aura of Decay might actually function somewhat. Or Decay will work kind of like Pee-wee RF. Kinda, in theory. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna be any good. Kill Aberoth? Yeah, I mean, we could kill Aberoth with that. That's not a problem. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about it just feeling good to play. Because, like, you can make Aura of Decay do infinite damage, and if it doesn't feel good to play, it doesn't feel good to play, right? That's more or less my issue with it currently. Like, my current issue with the planner is, like, I'm a little bit less worried about damage now, and I'm more worried about just, is it actually going to feel okay to play? Like, is that is a question. It's more ailment rate. Yeah, I know, but like that's not my point. It You start off with a very small circle with Aura of Decay, okay? Like, and you can get a little bit of AoE for it and all that, right? Don't get me wrong, but like, is it going to feel good to play? Like, that's a good question. We're gonna try it, obviously, right? We're gonna try it, but I have a lot of work to do next patch, so that'll be part of it. On how high, yeah. Flalich looking really exciting. I think there will be some fun stuff coming from Flalich. It does look fun at the very least. I think a lot of people are gonna not. I think a lot of people are gonna underestimate how much of a bitch a 10 mana cost is gonna be on that. But that's not neither here nor there. What do you think about Bleed Flay build? How to sustain mana with those costs? How to sustain mana? You just cry at night. No, I'm joking. Seriously though, there's the Harvest Axe with mana stacking if you're doing the Chaos Bolt stuff. There's mana regen. Like, you don't have that many options, unfortunately. Like, Wandering Spirits can give you a little bit of mana. Well, yeah, if you grab those nodes for sure, yeah. Yeah, but if you go for the Chaos Bolt node, which is like kind of the whole point of playing that kind of archetype, right? You kind of lose, like, you get like another +6 mana or whatever it is. It's like a lot, actually. I should probably put this on for later. Okay, we're gonna try a setup where we don't swap into Infernal Shade till later. We're gonna try that. Because we don't even have the mana sustain to like even care about that right now, I think. Ever played Lich as a starter? How does it feel while leveling? Lich itself? Generally you probably just want to be leveling as a warlock, to be honest. There's like no significant upside of playing as a warlock for playing as a lich for leveling, at least. I would heavily suggest doing !max roll and checking out the leveling guide that they have there. That would be the one I would choose, sir, when it comes to that. I level as a warlock personally because I just find it very comfy, but like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a warlock on the website. I haven't looked in a bit. Oh my god, please give me my mana back. No mana regen, Andy. Yeah, that mana node on Soul Stealer is pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, I agree, Sunoka. I think people are gonna be a little bit disappointed about Flay when they actually play with it. We'll see. Reaper Form's Drain? No, that should not take into account Reaper Form's Drain in theory, but maybe it does. Who knows? That's a we have no idea until we actually get in game kind of thing. But I'm going to assume I'm just going to safely assume no unless proven otherwise, right? What do you think about Bleed Flay? How does this, dude? I've had so many questions. Okay, all right. I don't think it's going to be that good. That is my response. I'm going to be using from now on. I do not think it's going to be that good early on. I think that there are better options. I think Flay is going to be strong, but only after you have some gear. I think that like you're going to need some kind of sort of mana sustain, no matter like however you slice it. You're going to need some sort of mana sustain. Otherwise, you're going to hate yourself. Because Acolyte does not have that many strong sources of mana sustain. Unless you want to sit there spamming Rip Blood, then you know. Like to sustain the mana costs on it, you're gonna need either the helmet, like a significant and I mean significant um investments into mana regen, or you're gonna have to run the mana stacking approach with the axe. People hate expensive builds, dude. People hate expensive builds, dude. I put like a red ring in a planner because like it's just a generically strong ring, and people are, like it's like brother, like you know what you can replace a red ring with? Any fucking ring, any ring, any ring. You can literally put any ring there. Like you don't have to put that there. It's just a generically strong ring. Okay. I might need to actually grab one more point in that to make it more consistent. There, that should be consistent enough on single target. His best mastery to level Acolyte, Warlock, 100% in my opinion. Yeah, I think the only way to make Flay feel good on day one without significant investment is just to turn it into a spell. But people don't want that. They want the Flicker Strike. The whole reason people like Flay is the Flicker Strike or like, the Flicker Strike stuff. That's what they care about. That's what they only like, right? And the problem is like, how do I tell them like it's not going to be that good day one? but without pissing them off, right? That's a good question. The bear build does look pretty pog. It will probably get nerfed eventually. But with EHG, we don't know when, you know, we never know when. But it will probably get nerfed maybe eventually. Maybe they nerfed Falconer enough. Who knows? I don't think so, but you know, whatever. I'm like I said, I am not like super duper in tune with Falconer, so okay, if you log in and you see like less damage on Bear, you probably shouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised. What kind of minion? Probably summon Bear. That's what a lot of people are going to be starting with, apparently, from what I'm hearing. So, Snap is running Bear. Yeah, everyone's running Bear. Like I said, I'm not a Falconer expert, so I don't know. Dude, someone got pissed off at me because I specifically chose not to talk about the Falconer nerfs in my patch overview, the patch notes TLDR video. Someone got angry at me because I didn't talk about Falconer. My brother, what? You want me to lie to you? I have no fucking idea how these nerfs are gonna do anything. I don't know. I don't play Falconer, so I literally don't know. You want me to just lie to you? I can just lie to you, man. The abuse CD cases are fixed. Well, that's nice to hear. Clear still Giga. I would assume the clear would still be Giga. But yeah, it's like, dude, like I literally don't barely know anything about Falconer. Like, you want me to lie to you? You want me to tell you sweet nothings? I don't know, man. Like, come on. It was just so funny because it's just like, yeah, Falconer's gonna be trash. It's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be awful. No one should play Falconer next patch. It's gonna be terrible, dude. Oh my god. You shouldn't play Falconer, man. Yeah, let me just start telling people that. We're trying something different today. If you're wondering why the fuck my skills are all fucked up and shit, it's because I wanted to try something else this time around. Falconers. So dumb. Yeah, it was like, how dare you not comment on it? And I'm just like, dude, like I don't want to I don't want to be talking out of my ass, dude. How many? God damn it, stop. I'm trying to remember how many. He was just a bird lover, yeah. What's up, Ben? Say, how are you doing? Okay, 18% should be enough, to be honest. I shouldn't need more than that. What's your patch note TLDR though? Yeah. Dude, I tried to make that as short as possible and it still ended up being 40 minutes because I like giving context behind the patch note changes. I don't want to just be that kind of dude that's just like, uh, they nerf this number. Like I actually want to like tell people, "Hey, this is why this number got nerfed." Want to feel pain of this world? Yeah. Oh my god, I was watching Rax the other day and it just made me so sad, dude. He was playing Beastmaster and it looked like he'd rather be playing D4 at that point. It was sad. Run, more like runs. He did a lot of runs. He was more fun with BM. Okay. All right, cool. All right. I didn't watch him play D4. All I know is when he was playing it looked like he was having not a good time. Cool. Well, if we get this leveling run done fast enough, we might actually do like a minion leveling run. We could do some Beastmaster ones too. All right. Seems like we have enough uptime of damned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, three. God, I didn't have it here. Here you go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I that was not. That was me being dumb. Yeah, we can do some Primalist leveling stuff. If the leveling experience now is like 3 to 4 hours. Oh no, I agree, Maximilian. Yeah. Yeah, I know Maximilian, but it's just like people really care about that first few hours. Like they care a lot about that first few hours. This is like a Path of Exile thing too. People really care about the first few hours and the experience for the first few hours, and they never usually like care about anything after that. Like what'll happen is like a lot of people they'll spend a very large amount of time doing practice from like level 1 to 70 in PoE, and then they'll get to yellow maps and then they'll have like no fucking idea what to do. Okay, this is feeling more comfortable than when I was just rushing into Infernal Shade for sure. Yeah, that damage is like way better that way. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. All right, nice. So this is definitely the way to go then for sure. Because my problem is when I was trying to do Infernal Shade really early on, it just didn't feel that good. It's probably better just to have all the mana regen ahead of time and then swap into it. Probably going to go. What do you mean my Beastmaster EQ? I don't have a Beastmaster EQ. What are you talking about? I haven't played that in years at this point. Are you talking about Bear EQ, the Maxwell guide for it? That's Lizard's guide. Well, Lizards plus the Maxwell team, obviously. If Bear doesn't get an emergency nerf, it'll be great. Be great. Yeah, I think it'll be great. Do you think me and Bear will have a good speed clearing echoes? Well, depending on what happens. Oh, you mean the bleed EQ Bear? I wouldn't try playing that. I need to play around with that. I would not try playing that at all. I would try playing the crit one instead. But so for that, that's all dependent on like if they actually nerf Woven Echoes or not. I heard that they were going to include balance changes for Woven Echoes that weren't in the patch notes, but like, this is also the EHD devs we're talking about, so I have no fucking clue if that'll actually happen or not, right? Yeah, there's no changes with bleed hammers for leveling, sir. If that's your preferred way of leveling, there has been no changes for that. If that's what you're asking. What's up, Sirma? How's it going? Yeah, because then this would be when we respec, right? 'Wrong halved' is the planner with the new Lich thing. Well, yeah, you just take into that account, right? Take that into account. Problem with what? All right, we're gonna see. So 4 is not enough. It's very close, but it's not enough. Four is close, but not close enough, huh? Okay. And then this would be like when you, yeah, swap back into something like this, right? Yeah. And that should be like, okay, 5, and then you get like one more. Okay, so this is about when where we could swap into it because we don't get a boss for like a while. So until we get Hearten, and we should have the node by the time we get Hearten, right? Okay, there. All right, that's much better. That's way more comfy. Yeah, that's hella more comfy than before for sure. Holy, that felt so much better than last time. Because then, like, we just level, like, we just self cast Infernal Shade for a bit. Because then, like, we'll probably have the pop node by then. Yeah, we easily would have it. Hell yeah. Nice. Go for Sentinel's Electrify Multi-Smite. You don't need to be a paladin for it to be good while leveling. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that being okay, for sure. Just the spread on healing hands is pretty good, so I would assume it would feel okay. Yeah, that felt so much more comfy that way though. Going with like just holding off on swapping until you get the explode node, because then you just self cast the explode until you get the force explode later. And even then just kind of just relaxing like this feels okay as well. Like it's not that bad. And then eventually you get the laceration node too, and then like it'd feel even better. Like, yeah, that feels so much more comfy. As long as we get that node before oh shit, where'd that, why am I not getting the node? That's weird. Okay. What'd you do before? I was trying to rush into Infernal Shade as quick as possible, and the problem is the mana just felt awful early, like very, very early on, and it was causing like uh a lot of annoyance, let's put it like that, right? Like it was very annoying to level that way. So this way we what I did was I just kept leveling with the same spec until like Infernal Shade was more leveled and stuff like that, and it felt better that way. Is that a no, it's a font. I mean, font's not good right now, not for this setup. There you go. Now we got the forest explosion, and now we're in business. Thanks for the second month sub, Iron Cross Wooden Cross. Yeah, Sponty the Erase is going to be a very underrated item next patch with the new Lich stuff in theory. It just needs a home, that's all. It just simply needs a home. I don't have that much mana regen yet, unfortunately. And I need the minus mana cost, so we might actually swap back into that. Just because the minus mana cost is better. Yeah, because that'll make it like... Yeah, that's like a huge difference. Can I move? Thank you. Holy. Which your Necro would be better? Probably Necro if you care about strength, because A-Bomb exists still. Probably something A bomb if you really care about that. So that would be okay. Ugh, nothing, huh? All right, sure, that works. Necro. Oh, for leveling, no. Warlock beats all of them. Chthonic Fissure leveling with like Torment and stuff, it like beats everything. I would heavily suggest doing !! max roll and looking for the Acolyte leveling guide. That is like what I would go for, sir. I'm leveling a little bit differently, but that's just because that's just what I want to level as. It's not like it's just a personal preference, not what's the strongest. Like this is not the strongest way of leveling Warlock. This is just simply what I want to level as. Warlock propaganda. You know you want to struggle with companions. We're gonna be doing some leveling, pal, later. When I'm done with this character, which will probably be when I get done with the campaign, we're gonna do some Beastmaster leveling just for entertainment. What's up, Shari? How are you doing? I don't get the people complaining. I don't think I it's like I don't complain. I'm just very aware of how it feels. If that makes sense. Like I'm aware that it's not the best experience ever. So like I joke about it. The reason why I joke about it is because it's been like this for years now. So it's just weird that it's never changed, if that makes sense. Like it changed very slightly with the introduction of Gathering Storm, but that's not enough to like fix it, right? Can complain about complaining, but not complain to complain. I don't know what you mean by that. Like I'm gonna meme about it. Watching Quinn die to normal Lagan after calling the game too easy was kind of entertaining, though, I will say. That was entertaining. Can you automate Shade? There are technically ways of automating it slightly with like zombies, but it's not very good. You do have to cast Shade all the time. This is a self cast Shade setup, so if you don't like that, then it's not the build for you. I'd suggest looking into the Lich version if you want that, because the Lich version uses the zombie rings to automate some of the shade production. Oh my god, in offline there's no lag? Oh wait. Yeah, there's no lag when you fucking change zones? That's crazy. Dude, I'm an offline Andy now, man. Holy. If you want a one button version, I would heavily suggest looking into the Lich version on the channel, Soul Hunter. Look up Infernal Shade Lich by Antez. That's the build you're looking for if you want a one button version. But be warned that it's not starter friendly. You do have to play something else and get into it because you probably don't want to even touch it until you have the gloves, the Infernal Shade gloves. And it'd be an entirely different build as well. It'd be a crit build. Needs to fundamentally come a different game for me to play it over LE. Dude, I want to play Pee-wee 2. I want to play Pee-wee 2 and I hate it. I want to play Pee-wee 2. I actually want to play it. They just keep screwing me over. I'm literally going to have to just like take a month, right? Between 1.3 and 1.4 and just specifically be like, I'm going to play Pee-wee 2 this month. I don't care. I'm going to play it. Just so I can play it. Because like right now, as it currently stands, I'm not going to get to play it otherwise. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Well, the thing is, exactly, pal. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna play it last league, but Slormancer consumed me, so I hate it when there's just one mob. I hate this boss. This boss is so dumb. Yeah, Hell Clock's also very good. It's just the problem with Hell Clock is it doesn't have. It's very close. Like it's a very good base of a game, and they just need a little bit more content, and they'll like be good to go pretty much. Just a smidgen more content. Would you use T8 elemental damage over time primordial affix over using primordial unique? No, because then you lose access to the weapon. You probably would not use it that way. There are other ways of doing it. Probably like I don't know what I would do with that build yet. I'd have to play it again. I need to play that build again. Social loot filter, you use generic. I'm gonna make my own loot filter, but I don't make loot filter for people. Rax makes a bunch of loot filters. There's the max roll loot filter generator. I would suggest looking into those places. I don't make loot filters for people. I've learned my lesson. What's the lesson? That that there needs to be a barrier of like when you are someone online and you make content, that there needs to be some kind of like division between what you're willing and not willing to do. And that's just something I'm not willing to do because everyone gets annoyed at it. Does your filter not show the thing I wanted to show? And could you change one rule to make one additional filter to accommodate me? Palstron's starting to explain very easily why I don't do it. It's just not worth it. You guys, it's on YouTube. You guys should go like watch the VOD for when I was like streaming last patch. I spent like a good solid 4 hours like answering chat's questions, and half of them were about loot filters. I've learned my lesson. It's from the guy whose filter was showing 751 affixes. What are you talking about, brother? The fuck? I know it's really easy to make it yourself. I know. Doing a build, you mostly wear magic items? No. I make my own filter. Yeah, it's very interesting, Gurai. Yeah. Showed 751 affixes, and it's his filter. Like, I'm not going to complain. I'm not. Imagine walking into someone's house and complaining about their loot filter that they made for themselves. That's like walking to someone's house, telling them that their ramen was terrible, that they're currently eating at that moment. Why'd you make your ramen so bad? I'm like, well, because I'm poor. They do. Well, if you go for technically there is, if you think about what is it called? Idols. Idols have that many because of all the weavers idols and shit like that. Oh yeah, no, it's before Weaver, sure. I mean, the thing is the people who are asking the question are the people who will willingly ignore the disclaimer, so there's no point in adding them. I just don't even want to deal with it. I don't care. At this point, I've just given up. You can go to complain to Rex about his filter instead of me. There are other people for this, not me. I've given up caring. Yeah, I know, Eric. I know. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways of getting a good loot filter. You just have to have more brain cells than your average mitochondria. Well, it's not only that blood and sugar. My problem this is a more of an existential problem of the internet because people are so easy to reach because you can go into the Discord and then ping me and ask me a question because of all these things. People think because of that they think that because you're so easy to reach, that means that you're like you are the person who needs to be foot and tail and like literally like cater to their every whim and everything. Like that's the problem, and that's what I'm getting at. Is that like that's the kind of stuff you just have to like shut down because I'm tired of like becoming people's manservants just because they're too lazy to do a Google search. Like, you know how many times I have to answer the same question that's in the video of the build that people are asking about currently? It's like, Dread, how are you going to level your build for League Start? Well, in the video that I made about my build for League Start, I talked about how I was going to level it. Amazing. Ooh, amazing. It's like, yeah. Pal knows what I'm talking about. No slots for damage over time, huh? Interesting. Nothing, huh? Alright. Whatever. Dread, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Alright, I can't pay attention to chat though, because this zone sucks. Oh, I went the wrong way. Does that mean death? Oh, oh, we're good. Okay. Run! Run away! Why is it following me? What the fuck? What is this? Get away from me, dick. Fucking champions, I swear to God, dude. He was like 3 screens away. For the love of God, dude. Alright, I'm here. I'm back. I'm not clicking on that link. If you could see metrics, how much you help and how many people complain about would see a different picture. There's no way for you to see this. Looks like people who contract use people complain. Oh, I know blood and sugar. I know. That's why I still help people. That's why. All right. The other day I clicked on a link. I think it was like a week ago, and it was like full goat and everything. I'm not clicking on links anymore. I've learned my lesson. It's about instant coffee. Hell yeah, brother. I wonder if they're gonna play Flay and say the game is too hard. That's gonna be kind of entertaining. The new PC arrived. Nope. I had to shank someone for their GPU and CPU, so we're currently playing on the same rig but with a new GPU and CPU. Just so that I can play and work and stuff. Because my PC is still at the shop and stuff, so still waiting for it. Unfortunately. But it how it be. What am I even getting hit by? Ow. God, I hate champions so much, dude. Come on, Mr. Champion. Come on, Mr. Champion. Come on. There you go. That should be good. Cheap gold delivered instantly? No. I abhor RMT. Get him out of here. Be strawberry bagels? That would be kind of funny, yeah. You think flay build is a bait? No, I don't think it's bait. Stop using that word. I think that it's not going to be a good build for day one unless if you go for the node that turns it into a spell. I think what you should do is you should get some currency and then swap into it. You going COF or MG for season 3? I'm going Merchant's Guild. I always go Merchant's Guild for the first week or two, and then we swap to COF later. Well, Jay, they buffed Warpath this patch. You know you can get a Primordial T8 channel cost helmet? You know how crazy that's going to be? Yeah, the new boots are crazy too. They are indeed insane. It's crazy they nerfed Blood of the Exile, but then brought those into the game. Interesting set of changes, but I'm fine with it. Like I knew Blood of the Exile was gonna get nerfed eventually, so I'm like not complaining or anything. It's just interesting. Why is channel cost good for Warpath? Exclamation mark Maxwell. Look for the Warpath guide on it. It'll explain it in detail. The AOD video. I'm going to try to play. I'm going to try that one. Pretty much you channel Warpath and the cost of Warpath expands over time. So having minus channel costs makes it so that that expansion of mana doesn't happen as quickly. So that you may channel for longer, which will not only give you more DPS uptime, it will also give you a higher average amount of more damage from the node, Warrior's Fury. So there's like multiple reasons for doing so. Recommendation for good mage leveling? So in the link of the live stream, I think, Dr. J, for the YouTube one, there should be a link to maxwell.gg. They have a good one for glacier leveling. That's like the main way to level mage of late. Is that there is some other ways of leveling, like with like volcanic orb that I've done, but the glacier stuff's like the better version for the most part. No useful prefixes for minion builds on weapons anymore. There's parry chance, which is a chance to not take damage on hit. There's mana and mana regen, which helps you sustain your utility spells and stuff like that. Those are the main ones. You can also get attack speed and cast speed, which will reduce the amount of time it takes to use said utility spells. But other than that, no. Leak Void, no. What do you think on here? No. Cold conversion AOD doesn't even get a freeze rate. I mean, where's the mastery switch NPC? She'll be in town, or she'll be in town. If you press M, you'll see like the not tab. You'll see like a purple skull, kind of like this one. That's what she looks like on the UI. She'll be in the end of time, or be in like, I think most towns. Do you think the Aura of Decay build has potential or just memes? I think it's just memes, but we're gonna try it anyways. I think it's a complete and utter meme, but we're gonna try it anyways for the fun of it. Can I level Beastmaster reasonably without respecting from Druid or Shaman? I would say just do whatever the guide tells you in that regard. Because Primalist leveling is a thing that exists. Or if Decay work on single target, I have no idea. That's what we're gonna figure out when we try to play it and see how terrible it is. We're not playing it for start. I'm gonna use the Unbridled Wrath. I'm gonna go make like a large amount of currency in MG. I'm gonna abuse my privileges of being rich in merchant skill to see if we can make it work. Ooh. Where the fuck am I going here? All right. What am I grabbing? Oh yeah, Bone Curse. And then we grab this and this. Well, we got the regen now. Now we can go for the damage. Cool. Server's going to be good or dog water? Well, it seems like there's going to be significantly less people playing last Epoch this time around, so the servers should be fine. Stephen. 20k? Oh no, 20 times feather. I thought you said fit 20k feathers. I'm like, wait a moment, that's a lot. I was like, no, you mean 20 times feathers? Okay. Price is going to be absurd. For Merchant's Guild, it usually takes like a week for prices to get absurd, sir, if that's what you care about. Might be too much of a question, but could you use some pointers on how to scale triple fire invocation Ergion's fireball? Personally, I don't really like runic invocation right now, so I don't really have any advice for you for that. It's not really much there. Fire breathing raptors, that's just a you have to play it in game and see kind of thing. I don't think that's going to be very good, but you know, I've been wrong before, so that's just YouTube, Stephen G. That's just how YouTube works. It's based on how much you type. And because since this is like the beginning of me YouTube streaming a lot more consistently, it's not that many people doing it, right? Which mastery that makes you count as low life? Yeah. What does that mean and what is that purpose? There's a lot of things that give you more damage and stuff when you're at low life or less damage taken, stuff like that. There are things that care about you being at low life that you can take advantage of that way. Specifically in Lich's tree. Is leveling as Lich horrible? No, I don't think it's horrible. I just think leveling as Warlock is better because Chthonic Fissure is a very good skill for leveling. Okay, I'm so annoyed because like I haven't looked at the guide for a while. What do you guys? I think you guys suggest Torment, right? I just haven't looked in forever, so I just don't know. I legitimately don't know because it's been a while. Yeah, see, Chthonic Fissure. I thought so. Yeah, see, yeah, I thought so. Oh, you guys swapped to Infernal Shade? Yeah. All right. See, I thought so. That's cool. Nice. Good. Uh, it's like a 1 second. Here it is. Yeah. So you're just doing yeah, you're just doing the dot yeah, you're just doing the normal version where you just don't go for the spell damage version. Yeah. Spell damage. All right, cool. That's what I assumed, but oh, that's nice, Stephen G. Nice. Thank you. How rare do you think the new gloves are? No fucking idea. So I'll tell you when I get there. How do we get? Do we know how to get it? Apparently, it's a drop from one of the specific genuses of like the new like the evolutions. One of the specific combos of evolution. Apparently, that is what I heard. How rare do you think the new gloves are? I have no idea how rare they're gonna be. We have no idea. Exclamation mark max roll verbanti. I need to make the command for the exclamation mark top as well. Oh my goodness, the lag. Holy. Get me out of here. Yeah, I need to update my commands. 1 moment. I have a plan. Let's update our commands real quick. I have some time. We need to update our commands and shit. Seems like that needs to be done. Game? What? Stop. Stop. What are you doing? The heck? What the heck? 1 moment. What the heck? It's not working anymore. Well, that's fucking obnoxious. That's not good. One moment here. Huh. I don't know what's going on with that. Sorry, just one moment here, guys. Did that work? No. Huh. I'm gonna have to get a new one later. Alright. That's a little obnoxious. It's fine. I can just use this button instead. Sorry, I'm like trying to update all my commands and stuff because it seems like as though we need to do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my voice very quickly tomorrow. One moment here. Alright, that should have updated it. There. Cool. Oh, I need to do my build as well one moment, actually. We should probably do that as well while we're here, because people are going to ask what I'm playing. That is so obnoxious. My thing stopped working. Alright, Nightbot. Alright, that should be much better. There. Alright, everything's fixed now. Nice. Alright, we're good now. Alright, all the commands are done, Pog. Now we can continue. Cool. Alright. Build seems OP? No, that's what most builds look like at this point. To be honest, that was rather slow. It's mainly because I don't think I hit Bone Curse on both of them. Oh my god! Even with the all right, I think we're good. I think that's enough leveling practice for that build. The clear speed and endgame like for that build, I'll do exclamation mark build, and then the link of that video is the version of this in endgame. All right, time to struggle bus. It won't be on YouTube. That like I'll have to update the YouTube description, Rasmus. Just not right now. All right. Ugh. Thank you. Amazing character name. A Palestron run? Yeah, of course. Actually, more like a Rax run. Make dancing strikes work this season? Apparently, even with all of the buffs, it still might not end up making it good enough. Apparently, so because of the base attack speed being set at such a high amount that even with all of that cooldown, you end up getting capped by your base attack speed instead of your cooldown recovery speed. So that'll be very sad if that's the case or not. What's up, CG? How are you doing today? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's up, Motst? Which mastery will you use to level up? For this character, probably Shaman. We're just doing some leveling practice for funsies. I don't actually plan on playing Primalist next batch. Yep, there is an indicator for it. Keep forgetting you can use movement skills in town and offline. Competes with Storm Totem leveling as Frostbite Vines proc from Fury, but only works if you're twinked because you need a ton of attunement. Well, yeah, we're talking about stuff that works from the moment you start the character, though, right? At least that's what I care about. Will Spine of Molotros Warlock being good this season? So it's getting a slight nerf with the percent damage you get from the access to the leech to damage conversion. But other than that, like it's getting buffed heavily by just the existence of primordial exalts and primordial uniques and stuff like that. So it should be completely fine and untouched for the most part. I plan on playing it next season. Yeah, you can play anything when twinked, exactly. So far, we're gonna do fine. Yeah, I have been told that there might be a new leveling guide for Primalists on Max Roll here soon, eventually. That there's rumors of it. So yeah. Yowzers, ouch. Come on, brother. Come on. Yowzers. Crit from Acid Skin? I have no idea how any of that's going to work, dude. I'd say you'll have to play in game to see kind of thing. Already two of them leveling guide that updated for season 3? Well, that's nice then. I'd have to go look. Like I said, I just haven't been looking around and shit for stuff like that because I've been busy. I literally woke up and started streaming. Not Beastmaster, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go look. I don't think it really matters considering you can just respec, but that's just personal. It's like can we skip a day? I know, right? There's a reason why I'm streaming right now. It's just to pass the time, to be honest. I'll be honest, I'd rather just call it EQ Bear because that's what it's going to be. Let's be real. It's just Earthquake with Bear, right? I'll be honest, like Summon Bear by itself isn't that good. Like I don't think it's like that good. It's just the combination of Earthquake and Bear, so I would just call it EQ Bear. So you're starting this tomorrow? No, I'm not. I'm starting exclamation mark build. That's what I'm starting tomorrow. We're just doing some leveling practice for some fun because I got nothing else to do right now. Also, I haven't played with totems in a while. I wanna actually like give totems a good shot. I haven't played totems in forever. They're talking about the movie. They're talking about the stupid the stupid B movie or whatever. Why is Bear recommended so much? Because it was given a way of casting Earthquake, which is absurdly strong. That's why. Precise time of patch rollout. If you go to the official website, it'll tell you, sir. What do you think about A Bomb? A Bomb looks to be pretty good too. It should feel way better to play this patch. It should legitimately feel like way better to play this patch, like comfort wise. Link to this build. Yeah, I know. It links to the Ignite Carrion. Yeah, Carrion. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to link to. Yeah. That's the one I wanted to link to. Yep. We're just doing some leveling practice for some fun. I just felt like doing so. No real reason. I just haven't played totems in forever, so I just thought I'd play totems today for some fun. What's up, Private Vlad? How are you doing? You play Chaos Mage again? It was fun in the last season. Uh you mean like the one Amaranthi played? We could play something like that eventually. Last patch you said you hate companions. Yeah, because I didn't like them last patch. And with the changes they look a lot better. Am I not allowed to change my opinion based on the decisions of the video game company of the video game that we're playing? Like I would hope I would be able to. I don't know about you. Yeah, Vlad, it might not be this day. It might not be like it might be a few weeks from now at most. Like I don't know, dude, because I got really busy very quickly. I do want to cover it. It's just like I said, just because of I got absurdly busy. Just upgrading minion skill tree, apply the changes instantly. Uh, it should next patch in theory, right? I can't remember if it does or not. I don't know. I haven't delved too deep into those things. I'm not going to be league starting minions, so I don't really need to know. It's the strongest one button build. Diablo 4. Why no in-game sound? That's on purpose. That's due to my setup. This boss is harder than an Uber boss. I know, right? It's great. Primalist, baby. Not gonna play D4? Well, and that's a problem now, is it? Are you on the new computer now? No, I am not. The new computer is coming eventually. I had to haggle for a CPU and a GPU to use until the new computer comes, and then I'm giving it back, and then I'll use the new computer whenever that comes. It did not ship in time, unfortunately, for launch. Yep, it will not be here until launch, unfortunately. Is Viper build so OP? That got dumpstered on. I don't know if it'll be strong anymore or not. It got capped. Yeah, I know it got deleted from the game. I know. I know the scaling got nerfed. We're gonna level Storm Totem, yes. We're just messing around. This is not what I'm gonna be playing next patch. I'm gonna be playing Warlock next patch tomorrow. I'm just doing some leveling practice for some funsies because I got nothing else to do. I think the vengeance part of that item isn't really worth building around. I think it having area is the more interesting part. Yeah, I know they deleted it. I know. Yeah. Like I knew that was gonna last that long. I could have told you that, man. Like I knew it was gonna get destroyed. Maybe one day Serpent Strike will be utilized. Who knows? It had to. I know it had to, but I wish that them making it good was also something that was required. You know. Even I'm not stupid enough to think that I think that they should definitely make it better for sure. I feel like right now leaving it in such a terrible tepid state is kind of a joke. Just personally, you know. Oh, I know, Captain. I know. YouTube, Magmal. That's about it, really. Just YouTube. Do we know how often he roars? I think it's on a 12-second cooldown, I'm pretty sure. Alvin Chakra. You can tell the build is not bait. Well, generally, are they actually playing the game? That's a good question. Have they played the game in the last 5 months? That's another question you can do. When you watch them playing the game, are they playing in a legacy? Are they playing in offline? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Some more questions. Is there actual footage of them actually doing things? That's another good question. There's a few different ways of being able to tell that. You're playing offline though? Yeah, let me just go log on to the servers right now that are totally online right now. We totally didn't get info for a 24-hour downtime before the patch. Yeah. Yeah, let me just play online right now. Let me just go try. I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Let me try playing online right now. Yep. Yep. Woo. Actually, you're playing offline too. Do you think I would want to be playing offline right now? Try just turning them on? I know, right? When I mean play offline, I mean the entirety of their time playing offline. Like, I think testing stuff offline is a completely valid thing to do, by the way, if you're wondering my thoughts on that. Come on, dude. What's your recommendation for going Necro? Zeker is Bay on YouTube has a video going over some Necro builds, and there's also Summon A-Bomb. If you look in the description of the YouTube stream on Maxroll, there's a Summon A-Bomb build as well. That is the current recommendations for that. Well, yeah, exactly. I don't really care if you do offline stuff as long as you're very clear about it. Like, I don't care. Yeah. It's like I'm all for science, you know. I'm all for science. I'm all for science. We don't have POB, like we gotta test things somehow, right? Isn't there LEPOB in development? There is one in development. Yes. But unfortunately, due to just the nature of Last Epoch, because of bugs and everything, it's just better just to test it in game anyways, as it currently stands. Like if people could do the same things they can do in Last Epoch that they can do in PoE, people would be playing PoE as well offline. Like, let's put it like that. I will not go into that further. I'll let chat explain that to you, or Sparrow. I'm not gonna get involved in that. How bad is Void Knight early compared to Paladin? It's not that bad. It'll be fine. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, what? What? Yeah, anytime Steve Gooch. There, we got rid of the stupid fucking champion. Yes, I am Ears Morgan. I am an affiliate. When it comes to Paladin versus Void Knight, the biggest reason why Paladin's so much stronger early on is you get a large amount of percent damage from using Holy Aura. Holy Aura is really good for leveling, so like that's like the main reason. But like it's not so much of a difference that you're gonna hate yourself otherwise. I would say level with what you want, but if you want a recommendation, technically Paladin is better. I hate that I have to go through this animation every time because I'm offline instead of online. Because they got rid of it for online, but not for offline. Ooh. All right, cool. I'm back. Recommendation build similar to Judgment Paladin. Uh, I think it'll be just fine, Didion. The nerfs that they gave to it won't matter too much because you can just simply get some primordial uniques and it'll be just fine too. Like, I don't think the nerfs were enough for it to be like completely dead out of the water if you want to play it again. Mm. What do you think about throw hammer in the upcoming season? Hammer throw? Hammer throw is pretty okay, man. Like, hammer throw is a very solid build, if that's what you're asking. You can do all the content. Hammer throw is just fine. It's one of those builds where you can keep investing and keep investing and keep investing and get stronger and stronger and stronger. Very comfy build. Halls and tombs, yeah, I agree with that, Sir Lansby. I could see that being a problem for sure. Primal Cadence looks really cool. I don't know if it'll be that good, but it looks cool. Oh, this DPS makes me so sad. Yeah, I agree with Cap in there, personally. I showed the patch notes. They nerfed Gathering Storm. Did Dread have a mental breakdown? They nerfed it slightly. Pretty much the nerf only like hits like, I don't know, like the nerf wasn't like, I don't know, it's weird. They nerfed it, but like on most builds where you're playing normal Gathering Storm, you weren't really getting to that much mana anyways due to the issues with the build and turn like with the build. So like it only nerfed like Werebear Tornado by a smidgen, but like the primordial uniques kind of makes up for that significantly and then some. So like it's really not that big of a deal. At least that was my opinion when I looked for that specifically. Dude, can you stop? Holy shit. He's gonna fucking kill me. What a dick. Shaman Totem versus Werebear Tornado. What's best? Best? Whatever you feel like playing at the moment, to be honest. They both have their ups and downs. Werebear is more bursty. Storm Totem is more consistent. I mean, Shaman is more consistent. Shaman has better clear. Werebear can get tankier. That's pretty much the differences there. There's no cut and dry choice, just simply what you feel like playing that day. It is a video game after all. You mean Shaman Tornado, right? You don't mean Shaman like Storm Totem? Because if you're talking about Storm Totem, those are two completely different builds. And comparing them is like potato, you know? Is campaign skipping still a thing at League Start? I usually just skip the campaign when I need to get to COF, but that's about it normally. I don't really skip otherwise. Yeah, Storm Tome Shaman versus Werebear Tornado. Then yeah, then just go Shaman Tornado then at that point. Why were Stormcrows nerfed? Because they did a lot of damage. It's just how it is. Things get nerfed and changed based on their performance of the prior season, even if it wasn't really, that good or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Popularity is also a thing as well. Is feeling comfy now. Nice. Is leveling general for swipe earthquake bear or just specific of what you want to build? I'm just fucking around. To be honest, Diego, I would check max roll for leveling guides and stuff like that. I'm just fucking around because I have literally nothing to do for the next day, so I just thought I'd just do some primalist stuff. I haven't like played totems properly in like a few years, so I'm just fucking around. So pay no heed to what I'm doing currently. Have one for Beastmaster yet? Well, yeah. It's because like it wasn't really that good of an idea until now, probably. I didn't see any comments on it. Yeah. Okay. Has Totem and Tornado Werebear? Yeah, I know. Yep. Well, not proper. I wouldn't say proper. I would say meta. That's the better word for that. Because like no matter what you do, if someone wants to level his swipe, they're gonna level his swipe. Let's be real, right? This is a video game after all. There's no proper way of doing things, right? It's more like the meta thing, the thing that like is the strongest, right? That's a better way of putting it. Like, there's no point in shaming people for not leveling the proper way, right? Like, no, you say meta. When you say proper, it makes it sound like you're shaming people. Oh my god, god damn it, I looked away for a moment. That's what I get for looking at chat. Do you get paid? So I'm an affiliate, so I get ad revenue. That's what I get, Frederick. So yes, I do. Yes, I was ripped into pieces. No, I agree, Captain. I agree. The thing is though, if you the problem is, uh, generally when it comes to a new player, they don't know what is good and what is bad, so they have no realm of idea of what is good and bad. So it really doesn't matter what they play as their first character because it's all gonna be the same, right? People are gonna like fuck up no matter what, right? Like I know I fucked up a bunch when I first started playing last Epoch, dude. I remember those days. Or the specs of your upcoming PC. When I get it, I will show you guys. When I get it, I will show you guys. Yowzers. Yowzers. Stop. Holy shit, brother. That's because I'm pretty. I don't know. I'd have to go look. I trust Tarek, so I'm not gonna like nitpick. Oh my god! Ow! Ow! E levels way more than I do. Ow! 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 Can always go and talk to him about it. He streams regularly. It's also on the Discord as well. Like, don't have to be antisocial about it. I would suggest go talking to him about it then. Uh, the Steam Deck. My tower's in the shop. I hope it works. I heard good things about the Steam Deck for this game, but obviously I don't own a Steam Deck, so I can't confirm those things. No, you're all good, broski. Yeah, you're good. I'm just saying, like, what ends up happening when I see it happen is a lot of people they get angry because they like what'll happen is like there'll be one decision that they don't agree with, and then like they're like, oh, wow, that must mean they're terrible or whatever, and like they don't ever go and like just have a conversation with them either. It just happens all the time, and it's just like, dude, like, have you ever tried just asking him why he did what he did? Instead of assuming that it was like bad or whatever. I just see that happen so much, and it's so obnoxious. It's like we're all human, man. Like, yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. But what I mean is like there's a lot of people that'll think like that for a moment, Captain, but then like they just like spend all that time and like like they don't like actually talk to people. Like I get corrected all the time when I'm making content for Last Epoch, dude. Like I literally had someone the other day fix my planner for AOD and get it 40% more damage. Like it's just how it'd be, man. No one's like the best of the best of the best of the best, right? It's a hive mind of work instead of just, a one person's work, right? Like there are people like, wait, they didn't have the Falconer like cooldown spam like auto hotkey build on the website. I'm like, yeah, because it's getting removed. Like, yeah, no shit. Of course they didn't have it there. It literally got removed. Why would they have it on there if it's getting removed? All right, I'll need the axe. Sorry, what is getting removed? Oh, I was talking about the Falconer build that got nerfed in the patch notes. Yeah, hardcore makes it a little bit more specific, right? For sure. Hardcore throws a wrench in the softcore player's plan, right? Of just going for as much damage as possible. So that could always be the case, right? You think A-Bomb is going to be good without snapshotting? Yeah. Seems like it'll be good from what we've seen. See, this feels way better now. Look at this. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know why you try to just level as Beastmaster. I just feel like as though just going Shaman is just so much better. If you feel like playing as a minion build, right? Like I said, I'm leveling as Warlock. I don't have to care about any of that shit. Chthonic Fissure is a better minion than anything, Lamel. I'm just teasing, but still, yeah. Ugh. You just go to YouTube, Stephen G. It'll be the Carrion of Creation, Infernal Shade Bleed, Warlock. No, I agree, Captain. It looks very good. I'm just teasing. I'm just playing the Carrion of Creation because I like the idea of Carrion of Creation. Looks very fun to play around with. Converting everything to bleed chance, right? Well, do you think we can switch to Bear EQ in the next patch? I wouldn't swap it to it until you're at least level 40, to be honest. I would just level with something else until then. I wouldn't swap to it till you had everything already leveled for it. Frogs? You can't play as frogs though, because you'd have to have the Primordial unique beforehand. What are you talking about? Gotta be rare? Apparently not. A lot of them. Apparently not. If you like look at the vendor, right? The vendor's always gonna have stuff, so and you're gonna see him every time you go to a cave, so doesn't seem like it's gonna be that rare, right? And I decide A bomb necro or Flaylich. A bomb necro for sure. I wouldn't go Flay until you had significant investment. Do you need to have the parts to find them? Yep, you do need the parts. Yep. Well, the thing is, you're going to see the item, but then you're not going to have enough parts to buy the item, and then you're going to be sad. That's probably what's going to happen. At least in the beginning, right? We legitimately have no idea. Literally no idea. I'm going to ignore that. We're going to pretend we did not see that. I'm going to pretend I did not see that. Going to pretend I didn't even see that for the sake of simulation. Why would I know all? Yeah, I have looked at Evolution's End. It'll be a fun item for sure. I don't know how good it'll be, but it'll be fun. It looks fun at the very least. Some of the modifiers on the Rift Beast seem kind of crazy. Like, I looked at all the modifiers. There's some pretty fun ones. Also, you can even give him a hat. That's kind of fun. Yeah, of course, totally. Calling me a sweat's kind of rude, dude. I kind of play this game really casually, at least not like not casually in terms of time, but casually in terms of how like how I play about things. For me to be a sweat, that would mean I would care about my performance. Like if I was a sweat, I'd be practicing the same leveling concept again and again and again. We're just playing some Primalist for funsies, man. Fun is lame. Wow, that damage? Yeah. It's because we're leveling the proper way. If we're gonna use that word. So part of it, Captain, actually, if you use Tempest Strike for the flat here, I don't think you necessarily actually need this. But you know, Trade and SSF still OP. Yeah, they're still OP. They're still good. Yeah, they're still good, man. They feel a lot more balanced back. They feel a lot more balanced now, for sure. You wouldn't be called a nerd for going COF. Let's put it like that. How can you not need more damage? Well, I mean, to be fair, when this node literally says less damage taken, it's pretty good, isn't it? Right? Less damage taken, and then getting quicker to the new boar aspect of the boar that's on evade, right? Like, I think this is better technically, but yeah. Because I was trying out the flat because I was curious. But like seriously though, getting to aspect of the boar faster might just be better. Because aspect of the boar is insane. Because if you go the Beastmaster tree, you get 10% reduced and then another 15% reduced, right? Yeah, now that I realize that, yeah. If you're going hardcore, you 100% grab this. Capping for sure. Post a Weaver's Tree? That's very specific. That's specific. Like, so that's gonna be next patch, man. You're gonna have to wait till next patch when I'm actually playing and shit. Because I don't really want to give anyone any advice until we're actually playing the next patch for that. For sure. Yeah, no, I agree, Captain. Yeah. What's up, TV Zo? How are you doing today, sir? I sincerely feel like not going shaman is bait though early on, if we're gonna use that word. No, there's no game sound on purpose for my game. No, I specifically do that on purpose. That is on purpose. Because of the way that I currently have my soundscape and stuff and all that. Some music or something would go a long way. The silence is deafening. I know. I know. I don't really have a choice right now until my new computer gets here, Jay. There's a reason why I don't have volume on right now. No, we're still waiting for the new PC. That's coming. Don't worry. It's coming eventually. It'll eventually come. I'm currently using my old PC, but I was able to bum a GPU and a CPU, so we're using these until the computer gets here. Might need some mana regen eventually, for sure. Yeah, I have literally no mana regen at all. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that as well. Don't tell anyone. Day one, that'd have been insane. Is it stream recline if I don't keep it though? That's a good question. So EHG doesn't do nerfs mid-season anymore due to their pull. So you can just play whatever, to be honest. Probably Barry, EQ, Stephen G. Slower and slower when we spec Blizzard because it has to cast the Blizzard if I'm not mistaken. There will be bug fixes, so if you're trying to build around a bug, you'll get nerfed, but like you should just kind of expect that if you're trying to abuse a bug, to be honest with you. Yeah, if something's bugged, like there's an odd that it'll get fixed. Like like it might get fixed, so don't like, you know, use it for everything, right? Yeah, totem seemed completely fine, so it's definitely seems like as though definitely definitely seems like the way to go. For sure. Just so comfy, right? In comparison. I wish the Blizzard was good. They could probably make that into a skill sigil thing or into a unique item if they want to make that good, right? Well, they should just make it into a frostbite applicator of some kind, right? That'd be kind of cool. Or it takes your minion's frostbite chance and applies it per second at a certain rate, right? That'd be fine. Do you think reflect body armor will be workable? I think it'll be a fun item to play around with, but I don't think it'll be that serious of an item. But I've been wrong before, so skill sigil, do you know something? Skill sigils are something that we'll be getting in 1.4 that we don't know about yet. All we can do is just speculate of what they do. From the art that we've seen from them from when they did the roadmap, it seems like as though there'll be socketable things into the skill tree that adds extra skill points or whatever. But that's like literally all we could tell from the image that we were given from the roadmap. That's just pure speculation. That's not anything we know or anything like that, right? But it would make sense, right? We're assuming there are going to be like cluster jewels for skills of some kind of nature. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool too, Captain. There's a lot of things they could do. The world is their oyster at this point when it comes to that. Why do you think less people are playing this season than last? Uh, because PoE 2 is coming in a week, and the craft and stuff happened, and people are still butthurt about that. And I think that this season has less content than the last as well. And people also aren't just used to playing on a 4 month cycle for last Epoch. They're used to waiting for entire years between release. So there's like a few other factors, but those are the main ones. People's expectations are absurdly high for a 4 month period of time as well. 100 int good for war retention? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a good start. There's some other ways of getting word retention too from items and affixes and stuff like that. God, it's only 8 a.m., dude. We haven't even reached to the point where it's 24 hours until next patch, dude. My goodness gracious. Not a fan of PoE2 right now. I think the problem is like the kind of audience that plays Last Epoch are also the kind of audience that plays PoE2 as well. So it's just like there's a big overlap in that regard. uh Was it a league start as a prime or warlock? It's gonna be a warlock. We're just playing around and having some fun right now, dude. Because I just felt like it. Because we have so much time before the patch, so I just thought I'd just kill some time and level his totems for some funsies. Yeah, we're having some mana problems with the damage there for sure. Stupid question, but can we already set up our filter for the upcoming season? Technically, yes, but the problem is you're going to have to update it when the patch comes out because there's going to be a lot of new stuff, like all of the new beam stuff and all of the sounds too. Will anyone judge if I play Legacy this patch? No, no one will. The only time is that would be relevant is like if you're like making content and like you're trying to tell someone that your build like that you build this character and season like in the season even though like you're in Legacy, right? That'd be like the only time that'd be even remotely relevant. Oh boy. Fuck you, Rodma. Oh my goodness, the fucking less damage taken aura. Please, for the love of God, thank you. Dude, please. For the love of God, dude. Oh, sometimes. We really need that extra level, don't we? Yeah, for sure. Thank you, finally. Oh my goodness, Hydra Poison. For the love of fucking God, dude. Okay. What's up, AK? How are you doing? Attunement, baby. Who do you think is going to have super high DPS this league and good defense? Earthquake Beastmaster. Earthquake Bear Beastmaster, sir. Yeah. Oh boy, this is never fun. I'm Arnie, thank you. Hate that boss with a passion. A-bomb build would be good. Which A-bomb build? I'd heavily suggest looking into the one at !max roll blood and sugar. You'll have a much better time. Oh, from Germany? Hello. How are you doing today, super brother? Why do you sound so drained, Red? Well, uh, I mean, I've been letting people know. It's because I've been stressed out because most of my work involves utilizing the computer, and I've been going through a bunch of problems with my computer. So imagine my work but multiplied by like 3. I wasn't able to get out nearly as much content as I wanted this patch. Just been a stressful time. Lots of stuff. Also, I was notified yesterday that my PC wasn't going to get here until like a week from now, probably. So I'm kind of stuck with what I got right now. A lot of random stuff. Also, I just woke up a few hours ago, so I'm still like waking up still. Yeah. Yep, you're all good, Trills. I've also been trying to stream more often. When I get the new PC, I'm gonna try to like actually stream on a regular, consistent basis. So I've been streaming a lot more, which means I've been tired a lot more. Also, playing Primalist hurts my soul. Is there a time when the patch will be playable tomorrow? Yes, if you go lastepoch.com, there will be a ticker on the front page. I think Cold or of Decay, it could be fine. Frostbite scaling is pretty interesting, but I don't think it'll be good as bleed scaling, but I've been wrong before. Yep. Yep. Anytime, CV. Was that a yep for updating the build? Wait, what build? Oh, no. I was talking to YouTube chat one moment. I'll read your question. I'm gonna go to your league start tomorrow. I'm assuming you're gonna have plans to update the leveling filter. I don't do filters. I would heavily suggest looking at someone else's filter, sir. I don't do filters for you guys. I do my own filters. Leveling build? I already showed it. It's in the description of the league start video. I talked about I put in the bagel lock. That's exactly how I'm gonna level. Is how I leveled in that video. Oh my god, god damn it. Come on. Oh fuck. God damn it. That's what I get for reading chat. Sorry, I'll stop being a good streamer. I'll just ignore everything and stop being a good streamer. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop. Endgame setup, go in the description. There is a video. It's called the 0 to Hero Bagel Lock. That is the video that I'm talking about. Unless if I didn't put it in the description, even though I'm pretty sure I put it there. Like, it's in the description, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's in the description. I guess I can go look just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I put it in the description. I'm genuinely curious now because I've been asked this so many times now. Yeah, it's here. Bagel Lock 0 to Hero video. Yep, right there. That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. No, you're all good, Cam. Cool. It's just there's been a lot of people that asked, so I was confused about it. And read gear and decide if it's good or not. I mean, yeah, it's because I've been playing for 5.5k hours. God, dude. Should probably actually put on some HP on my gear. Did you know Vietnamese soup is really acidic? It's faux. Bam. I'm definitely gonna have an easy play a build gadget. He's talking in slow motion for our benefit. I try to talk slower on purpose, and people get angry about it too. Like, they're like, "Why are you talking so slow in the video?" I'm like, "Because I want you to be able to understand what I'm saying." Yeah, we're all questioning frog survivability. We're all questioning frog survivability. Immediately respawn though? Yeah, but if they're constantly dying, they're not doing damage. Like, even if there's like a second between them dying and being resummoned, like that's still going to cause, like, they're minions. They have bad AI, right? They're gonna have bad AI even with the new patch, right? Like, you're not gonna get anywhere with your shit constantly dying, right? Let's be real. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. I'm so fucked. Can I can I please stop? Please, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, Rodma. Jesus fucking Christ, Rodma. No, oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. This zone sucks. Oh, hate this fucking zone, dude. Oh, fuck. Rodma? That's the champion's name, the super dangerous one that was in that zone. The really stupid one. At least I actually do damage though. To be speedrun under leveled. I don't know if they even play through that zone or not. If they did, they would understand how dumb it is. Is the game muted? Yes, it is muted. It's on purpose. Thank you, Dude Pool. What build would be great for SSF and doing endgame monos? There's just a smorgasbord of options, Dude Pool. Let's look on the YouTube, man. Kind of eerie for everything to be so quiet. That's true. Yeah. It's not like as if I have a choice in changing it or not. It's like if I could put on game audio right now or whatever, I would. It's a hardware issue? Yeah. I'm using a GPU and a CPU from someone else, so I didn't really get to choose what I got. At least the computer's working. I am just giving you the option to play your own music or play your own stuff. I'll try to get some music in for tomorrow, but we'll see. With Smite, so works fine. Judgment or a paladin? I don't know what you mean by that. It's not a build of mine. Well, it's nice, dude. Pool. It's not a priority, honestly. I know it's not a priority. And I crash out and your motivation just flatlines? What are you talking about, dude? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm just a little tired, man. Cause okay, all right. Well, let me explain. Okay, all the PC stuff, dude. It's just normal business, man. It happens. Shit happens, man. It's not that big of a deal. When it comes to this kind of stuff, it's just part of the job, you know? It's whatever. Part of the thing is like, you gotta remember, right? Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be streaming for 24 hours. So I'm probably going to need to sleep for like 24 when when I get off stream here. I'm literally going to go take some meds and like knock out for like a whole day straight, probably. So I'm preparing for that right now because I'm literally going to be on rest until tomorrow morning, where we start the stream. Because I like starting the stream really early because I like answering people's questions before this game launches, and for me to be able to wake up early while also stream for that long, I need actual rest, right? Is this Primal Start where you swapped to Tornado? I'm messing around, man. I would check out Maxwell.gg for leveling and stuff like that. I'm just messing around with leveling right now. I'm just passing the time. Are you competing for first 100? No, 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 we're not. I plan on making currency league start because I'm playing Merchant's Guild. If I wanted to level 100 first, I'd play COF. Will you play Beastmaster in the next league? No. I mean, I will eventually, yeah. I am eventually. Not as my league start, though. I will eventually play Beastmaster, though. I want to play that Earthquake Bleed setup that I was talking about on YouTube. I want to play that, right? I want to play that build, and I want to play a Sabertooth build. I want to play the Maelstrom Scorpion build. Like, there's a lot of stuff I want to do Beastmaster wise, right? I will be playing Beastmaster next cycle for the at least, right? If not multiple. If I wanted to compete for first 100, I play COF Trills. But I'm going to be playing Merchant's Guild, so I wouldn't. Oh. When does the new season start? If you go to lanceepoch.com, there's a countdown on the front page. old Warpath and Berry Q, just play Berry Q, man. It's new. Play around with it before it gets removed from the game inevitably, man. I would just play around with the new shit. I'm Astria. Just play around with the new stuff. Have fun. That's what playing video games is for, right? Having fun, right? Aura of Decay this patch. I plan on trying to play Aura of Decay. I don't know how good it'll be, but I'm going to try playing it. I made my video talking about it yesterday. Hopefully it ends up being good, Prage. You swap masteries back and forth with the same character. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, sir. But I'm also almost convinced Lich is better than Warlock. Dude, Blend, what's going to happen is I'm going to play it for a day and I'm going to make like 50,000 different changes, right? When I put out content like that, Fland, be sure that I'm going to change it from the finished product. Like that planner is subject to change in so many different ways the moment I play the character, right? No, it should be down right now. If you want to play online, it should be down right now. What's up, Coffee? How are you doing? Thanks for the raid. But yeah, like when it comes to that kind of stuff, Land, like it's gonna change 20,000 ways. Because I don't min max in the planner. I min max when I play the game, because I care more about the feel of the character and how it feels than like some random numbers on the spreadsheet. Like I'm going to play it in game. God damn it. Well, that's nice, Lord Mammon. That's good though. That's good. That's good. I'm proud of you. Do you know your gloves are rare? I know they're rare. I have 5.5k hours. I'll be fine. It's not that big of a deal. I only need one pair to get started, right? And then the build that I'm going to be playing is like solid. So it's not that big of a deal. I'll be fine. That can float through walls. Well, that's very scary. I don't even know what you grab at this point, to be honest. Probably work right? Yeah. Oh no, you'd be Gathering Storm, right? Because the Gathering Storm stuff, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're about to end this character. It's not a big deal. Like, I'll be honest, actually, I should end now because I got stuff I gotta do. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for the stream today. I have some stuff I gotta go do, and then I gotta sleep for the next 24 hours so that I'm fresh and awake for tomorrow so I can start the stream early. We see your list of characters first. You can't see them because of the servers are down right now. I have the max amount of characters online, anyways. I think it's like 20 or 30 or something like that. Uh, but yeah. Oh. All right, guys. If you haven't already, I would heavily suggest subscribing to the YouTube, as it's the best way of supporting me. It's the best way to show me that you want more content like this. You can also join the Discord, as it's the best way of being notified of when I go live or when I make a new video. Now, with all that being said, let's go raid someone, shall we? Yeah, you're all good. What? What do you mean? What? What do you mean invalid name? Oh, he changed his name. Okay. All right. See you guys later.